Unmarked plane circles over the Kohberger house. A playback of air traffic shows a Pennsylvania State Police plane circling above the home of Bryan Kohberger's parents from 4:02 a.m. to 6:22 a.m. December 30. Credit: the image direct for Fox News Digital. Moscow, Idaho. Flight records show a Pennsylvania police plane circled the Poconos home where authorities apprehended suspected Idaho killer Bryan Kohberger for hours last week. A playback of air traffic data shows the plane's path circling Kohberger's parents' home from 4:02 a.m. to 6:22 a.m. December 30. Bryan Kohberger's booking photo with insets of his alleged victims. Bryan Kohberger's booking photo with insets of his alleged victims. Monroe County Prison/Instagram. The single-engine 2019 Textron Aviation 208B kept eyes in the sky long after a state police tactical team and the FBI raided the Kohberger family's home in Albrightsville. The family lives in a gated community where police say DNA evidence collected from the trash outside the house turned up a match linking the suspect profile and Kohberger's father. University of Idaho murders timeline. Bryan Christopher Kohberger arrives to the Monroe County Courthouse in Stroudsburg, PA. Bryan Christopher Kohberger arrives to the Monroe County Courthouse in Stroudsburg, PA. The image direct for Fox News Digital. According to an arrest affidavit made public Thursday, police found a crowbar knife sheath on a bed next to one of the victims at the crime scene on King Road. They recovered DNA off the metal snap. Watch: unmarked plane circles over the Kohberger house. Unmarked plane circles over the Kohberger house video. Pennsylvania State Police Maj. Christopher Paris said during a news conference last week that force was used to gain access to the Kohbergers' home during an early morning raid. There were multiple windows that were broken, I believe, to gain access, as well as multiple doors, Paris said, adding that Bryan Kohberger's parents were home at the time. Accused Idaho murderer Bryan Kohberger and his father were pulled over in Indiana for speeding. Accused Idaho murderer Bryan Kohberger and his father were pulled over in Indiana for speeding. Indiana State Police. Idaho murders, ride along Bryan Kohberger's suspected route home from student stabbings crime scene. Paris said preparations for the search warrant's execution began on the evening of December 29 and added that around 50 tactical assets were on scene. Court records show that is the same day Idaho Judge Megan Marshall signed off on the arrest warrant accusing Kohberger of 4 counts of first-degree murder and a felony burglary charge for allegedly entering a home with the intent to kill. Bryan Kohberger in Latah County Court for his January 5, 2023, appearance. Bryan Kohberger in Latah County Court for his January 5, 2023, appearance, pool. Authorities allege that on November 13, Kohberger entered a 6-bedroom house on King Road in Moscow, Idaho, and fatally stabbed Madison Mogan, 21, Kylie Goncalves, 21, Ethan Chapin, 20, and Xana Kernadel, 20. The 3 women lived together, and Chapin, who was dating Kernadel, was visiting for the night. 2 other housemates survived the attack, including one who told police she was frozen with fear after seeing a masked man with bushy eyebrows on his way out of the house moments after the murders. A yearbook photo of Bryan Kohberger in a high school law enforcement class doing a push-up. A yearbook photo of Bryan Kohberger in a high school law enforcement class doing a push-up. Stephanie Pagan / Fox News Digital. Idaho murders, Bryan Kohberger held without bond in student slayings amid chilling new details. The 28-year-old was a student at Washington State University, roughly 10 miles from the University of Idaho, where all 4 victims were undergrads. Kohberger was studying for a PhD in WSU's Department of Criminal Justice and Criminology. After the semester, authorities say, he drove the suspect vehicle from Pullman to his family's house in Pennsylvania with his father along for the ride. Ethan Chapin, 20, Xana Kernadel, 20, Madison Mogan, 21, and Kylie Goncalves, 21, along with the women's 2 other roommates in Kylie Goncalves' final Instagram post, shared the day before the slayings. Ethan Chapin, 20, Xana Kernadel, 20, Madison Mogan, 21, and Kylie Goncalves, 21, along with the women's 2 other roommates in Kylie Goncalves' final Instagram post, shared the day before the slayings. At Kylie Goncalves/Instagram. Kohberger has a master's degree in criminal justice from De Salles University. As part of a project there, he had sought ex-cons in a Reddit forum, asking if any wanted to take part in a study into how emotions and psychological traits influence decision-making when committing a crime. During Kohberger's initial appearance in an Idaho court Thursday, a judge ordered him held without bail on 5 charges: 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 of felony burglary for allegedly entering a house with the intent to kill. He is due back in court January 12 at 10 a.m. PT.